that's not necessarily an easy task.
You can see this chick right here, that's it. She couldn't get a white man to propose, so she's out here getting it how she lives. I'm not besmirching anything, let's check the paperwork. She couldn't get Zaddy to propose, and now she's out here getting it how she lives. It is crazy, it's insane, and New York City is probably the biggest capital in America for females with useless degrees. Degrees that don't qualify you to do anything except be a social worker, and I'll be damned, what are they doing? They're being a pro bono social worker. And that's it. New York City has a whole damn racket for that. Except for black women, not for you. Not for you. Maybe one or two token pet Negroes, but for black women as a group, not for you though. No, you don't get to do this. Not for you. So yeah, they couldn't make it at nothing else, and New York City has cultivated this culture within academia where you're supposed to be a female just sitting around, and if you can't find a man to marry you, well, here's some scam nonprofit and sit up here and just suck off the taxpayers for as long as you can. See how many grants, all they do is become professional grant writers. They become professional grant writers. They become professional beggars. They become professional lobbyists. I bet she knows every phone number of every official at City Hall. So she knows exactly who to talk to. She's trying to project what her income is going to be for the next 5 years.
Anything like that.
But that's not necessarily an easy task when you may or may not have any official documentation, may not speak English, and could be placed in a shelter hours away from where you had been previously living. So says Power Malu, Executive Director of Artists, Athletes, Activists, a community.
How many of you listening to me right now would relocate to a place where you don't speak the language, you don't know the culture, you don't know anybody, you have no financial support and no social support? How many of you would do that? If your answer is yes, give me the green check mark emoji. If your answer is no, give me the red X emoji and hit the likes button. There's almost 5,000 people in here live in just the first 30 minutes. But how many of you would get up and go to a place where you don't speak the language, you don't know the culture, you're not a citizen, you're an illegal alien running around Haiti? What? How many illegals do you have running around Jamaica? What? How many illegals do you have running around Guatemala and Venezuela? How many illegals do you have running around Nigeria and Kenya and Ethiopia and Rwanda? How many illegals do you have there?
You're a moderator now.
I wonder what that number is. Find out how many illegals you got there. That population is going to be negligible.
Good morning.
Wish your ass would show up in Kingston talking about, I don't speak the language. Can y'all help me? Or they going to help you, all right? Go down there to Haiti. Well, I don't really speak patois. I don't speak the language like that. Can y'all help me? Oh, we can help you. Barbecue. Yeah, let me introduce you to my man, Barbecue. We'll help you out. Only thing let me pat these pockets down right quick. Oh, you ain't got no money. Does anybody know you where you came from? I'm from Tennessee. Okay. Let's find out how much paper your people got back there. Let's find out how much paper your people got back there.
Malu, Executive Director of Artists, Athletes, Activists, a community organization connecting migrants with services and support.
So what you're having is organizations like ours have helped them to apply for certain things, and they're waiting for their mail, and they're moved after 30, 60 days, and then they go back to the place where they were staying, and they're told your mail is not here, and we can't help you.
But the migrant crisis in New York
for their mail.
Another one. Artists, athletes, and activists, and he ain't helping any of the above. It's another scam. All PBS has done is the wall-to-wall nonprofit scams out here, trying to make a big buck. trying to make a quick dollar.
I might freestyle.
So you got another one. Power Malu. Really, dude? Alright, whatever. Whatever. How much power you got and you begging for money? Come on now. So I'm just saying they're getting wall-to-wall non-profit people here. Just take whatever you can get. Because he needs a dime, and he's like, I'll be damned if I'm going to hold gainful employment to get it. Let me go ahead and beg up on this. This is like panhandling over the internet. Artists, athletes, and activists. He has nothing to do with artists or athletes. Unless you're talking about the fellas down there at the park. This is New York City. That's my issue with it. This is New York.
Organizations like ours have helped them to apply for certain things, and they're waiting for their mail, and they're moved after 30, 60 days, and then they go back to the place where they were staying, and they're told your mail is not here, and we can't help you.
But the migrant crisis in New York is not happening in a vacuum.
The truth is, the migrant crisis is sort of like the frosting on top of an existing affordability crisis that is here in New York and in other cities.
So she's sitting up here telling you, oh, it's an affordability crisis. It's not an affordability crisis if you're an illegal alien. Your housing market isn't meant to take into account the population of the world. So what she's doing is this is a mind game that they sit up here and learn and teach in these decrepit, wicked, evil-ass academic centers and these schools to sit up here and reframe language.
What's up, man?
You all know what English is, and her job is to sit up here and remake the English language. Oh, no, don't call them illegals. Call them migrants, undocumented, unhoused. Why, they're the same. Once she said that, they're the same as you. Why, you've been living in New York all your life. They just showed up here illegally yesterday, but you both are having a affordable housing crisis. What? She's literally saying this. Do you understand what kind of damn mind job she running on you saying that? Do you realize what a mind job that is? She's sitting here telling you all that don't use these terms. And oh yeah, by the way, these illegal aliens, well, they're just like you. They're having a housing crisis. They're not even supposed to be here.
Right.
New York City already doesn't have enough places to put people. When I did my documentary film, Gentrified, when I went up there and talked to a lady up there in New York, she was saying New York City, Valerie in New York, she said, New York City is not a bedroom community. You can't build out a bunch of houses in the suburbs of New York. That's not what New York is. It doesn't work that way. New York has a limited amount of real estate, very limited. And for her to sit up here and say something as despicable as saying there's some illegal aliens, she's going to now reclassify them as one of you. She gonna do it. Because when she was sitting in that humanities class at Columbia University, while Columbia University is gentrifying the black folk out of Harlem, and yes, in my film, we covered in, they're bringing in young Asian students. They're bringing in young white students. So they're gentrifying. She has no problem gentrifying the black population out of there and telling you, okay, y'all need to move aside because these newcomers, don't you mean illegals? No, they're new people. They're not new. They've been living in South America their whole damn lives. Well, they're new here. That means they're newly illegal. Don't call them that. They are newcomers and they need housing. They had housing where they came from. He got a damn iPhone and some Nikes. He has an iPhone and some Nikes. They're unhoused. Yes, they're unhoused because they didn't work where they came from. Now they're coming up here demonstrating, yeah, they were a drag on the economy back in Venezuela. They're a drag on the economy here. When she's like, hey, you ain't gonna mess me out of my nonprofit grant. I'll be damned if I'm gonna. I spent $100,000 on my bull jive ass liberal arts and psychology degree. She's still fighting them student loans. Hey, I'm not getting me a real damn job. Let me go ahead and just milk this for all it's worth. Who cares if it destroys the city? I got rent, that overpriced rent to pay. I gotta pay that myself now.
Frosting on top of an existing affordability crisis that is here in New York and in other cities. We want people to have a safe place to sleep at night, but then they're not given access to childcare, so they can't leave their children. They're not.
Wow, did you see how that increased? So we got enough problems with the welfare hoes here. She's like, hey, let's bring some rando Venezuelan chicks up here to you. Nigga, please. Folks, New York City used to be a place where they demanded that you straight talk to them, but I gotta tell you, man, you got more and more folk up there who just talk to you crazy now. They just talk to you completely irrational and insane. And I'm talking about looking at you with this bug-eyed, doe-faced, straight expressions like, the problem is you. Don't you understand 2 + 2 = 7? Well, what's the problem here? The problem is, if I can talk to you for a little bit, you would understand 2 + 2 does equal 8. Didn't you just say it equals 7? Yeah, well, that was 8. You got to keep up. See, when I was in my humanities class and my sociology class back at New York University, when I was there, we understood this. If you think that a bunch of single women chasing silly, nonsensical, foolish degrees in a desperate attempt to take care of themselves, and when it fails, and they don't have a man to take care of them, if you think it's harmless, I'm telling you, this is what they grow and become.
Yeah, I'm ready to break it off, bitch.
This is what they grow into and what they become.
Yeah, I'm ready to
here.
Shit.
So if you think it doesn't affect you, she's not just talking about New York, she's talking about everywhere else. She expects everywhere else in America to pick up the slack so that she can continue getting a check. For the scam nonprofit she running.
Having their work authorization so they can't go out and get a job. And all of these pieces are making it very, very difficult for them to find stability.
Okay, let's talk about that work authorization. Bull crap. We've had illegals in the country working on construction sites. There are illegals working at every construction site, every hotel, every job site in New York City is got illegals at it. Every single one. There isn't a single one that doesn't. Furthermore, there isn't a single one that hasn't had it. Illegals have always been working in New York City. If you've been to a restaurant in New York City, and I've been to many, if you've been to a restaurant in New York City, your meal was made by illegals. I don't give a damn which restaurant you've been to. Illegals had something to do with the food you eaten. If they did not prepare the food, they washing the dishes. If they didn't wash the dishes, they're serving at the tables. You got illegals at every level. They've been working in New York, and this deranged lunatic on the screen here is trying to tell you they need work authorization. If you have stayed at any hotel in New York City, and I'm talking about from the Mandarin Oriental all the way down to the Holland Hotel, all the way down to the Days Inn in the Bronx. The illegals are the workforce. Those are the ones changing the sheets when they change the sheets. Those are the ones doing that, and they always been there. And she talking about work authorization, like they don't get hired every damn day.
Bitch, you testing me, bitch.
This is what I mean by you get some whacked out, hair-brained, loaf of light bread chick sitting up here talking crazy to you. She's literally sitting there with this crap-eating grin and these damn Miss Melmott's glasses on, looking like the damn Joker Joker or Harley Quinn telling you they need work authorizations. They need work authorizations, Mr. J. Mr. J. I want you all to think about this for a moment. Yeah, Jason is on a rant, but by the way, am I lying? By the way, one more time, am I lying about anything I'm saying? Work authorization? When's the last time you met an illegal in New York City who couldn't get work? Are you kidding me? If you use the valet in New York, show me a valet parking lot in New York where you sitting up here with $100,000 BMW and you're handing it to a member of MS-13. Damn. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You go to New York City, you handing your key fobs, you don't know who the hell it is. He's standing around, if you're lucky there's a kiosk, you don't know.
I'm rapping.
He's just there.
I'm trapping the ball.
He talking about, can I see your license? Nigga, can I see yours?
This shit is all crazy, man.
Can I see your ownership papers? Nigga, can I see yours?
We all out here just
While we checking each other over for legitimacy, while we're both checking each other over to make sure ain't nothing illegal happening, by the way, yeah, here's my driver's license, here's my key fob, here's my registration. Can you show me any documentation that indicates that you should be standing in front of me? Anything.
Okay,
Nigga, do you have a pawn shop receipt? Anything at all? Jason's going off. You damn right I am. This woman's got a damn degree. She'll be sitting here trying to regale you about how many years she went to Columbia and Yale and this, that, and the other, and this is what she's talking like. Telling you that she went to school so long that she's so smart that down is up and up is down. And y'all just need to roll with it.
Try to finesse
New York. I'm sending out the warning beacon.
Scamming that.
While some migrants claiming asylum can work right away, depending on where they are coming from,
every migrant can work right. I just explained that. Every migrant, every illegal alien in New York City can work. There ain't no one that doesn't. People, when I was at the Soho, the Trump Soho, it's now called the Dominic. By the way, don't ever stay there, by the way. They can go to hell, don't ever stay there. But anyway, it's gone to hell since Trump took his name off of it. I can personally confirm that. It's gone straight to hell. Don't ever stay there. But in any case, when I was at the Dominic, back when it was the Trump Soho, worth staying at, I'm sitting there watching. Now, I always like to go there because you had this excellent view of the river over into Jersey. So I always like that. Last time I went, they're sitting up here building a skyscraper across the street. I'm like, I'll be damned. There goes part of the view. There goes that. Okay, but at the top of this skyscraper that they were building, it had an American flag and a Mexican flag. What? There was an American flag. Now, they just had the concrete skeleton of it, but even with the concrete skeleton at the top, there was an American flag, and then there was, I'm talking a big American flag and a big Mexican flag in New York City. New York City, if New York were any further from Mexico, it would be Canada. If New York were any further from the southern border, it'd be on the other side of the northern border. And yet there was a gigantic Mexican flag. And you telling me the illegals ain't already there? What the hell you talking about? They're not already there, they flossing. It looked like a Canelo boxing match.
Those asylum seekers are subject to a 150-day waiting period. Asylum can work right.
workers, it's very, very difficult for them to find stability.
While some migrants claiming asylum can work right away, depending on where they are coming from, many can't. Those asylum seekers are subject to a 150-day waiting period before applying for working papers.
What that's meant is that many of the families who, quite frankly, would come and immediately begin to work and to try to build lives for themselves, they're being stymied.
That forces many.
Now, did you hear that? So this isn't about finding work. She meant what she said the first time. Oh, they need work. They need childcare. They need daycare. They need transportation. The rest of you need to pay for tolls on the subway. But these poor illegal aliens who just smuggled themselves up here so they can get their finsta popping, oh, they need help. So the rest of you need to pay for the subway fares, and the rest of you need to pay for tolls. But just like in Los Angeles, we don't want to impound the cars of illegal aliens. The rest of you got to work, but the illegal aliens don't need to have insurance. The rest of you better have insurance, or you're going to get your car impounded, but not the illegals. They're going to tell them, oh, it would be too much to ask them to pay the tolls. It'd be too much to ask them to pay the subway fares. Why, that's too much for them. The rest of you need to subsidize that. But these newcomers, don't you mean illegals? New people up here, don't smear them. I'm not smearing them. This is anatomically correct. He is not legal, thus illegal. And he is certainly alien. Well, they need you all to take it easy on them. So they need free health care, free daycare, free housing, free money, free stipend. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Make sure you kick a few dollars back to me because I was the plug that helped set this up for you.
Nigga, please.
Since I was the plug that got it popping for you, make sure y'all kick a few dollars back my way through this nonprofit I'm running. Because the illegals ain't the only ones just a hair away from being homeless out here.
Labor economy to try to make ends meet, finding jobs such as food delivery drivers or day laborers. And for migrants who have crossed oceans and continents in hopes of finding safety in New York City, it doesn't feel like that, says Malu.
A lot of the migrants are dealing with a lot of depression because of the treatment that the city is giving them. We're seeing a lot of
Did this nigga just say what? Folks,
To be playing too many mind games.
did you just hear
They be playing too many mind
what
games.
he just said? A lot of these people, they dealing with depression. Who in the hell in New York isn't dealing with depression? New York is a depressing place to be. It's all concrete and glass and steel and pollution and dirtiness. That's what it means to live in New York. Nigga, you didn't know that before you climbed over the fence to get there? Depression? New York City, y'all are too rugged and raw to be talking about depression.
They be playing too many mind games.
I can't think of the last time I met a person from New York City talking about being in the city is depressing. New York City ain't got no feelings. And this fella talking about, hey, New York, y'all need to get soft. We feeling depression. Since when has New York City acknowledged depression as a condition? When they start doing that in New York? Who was the last depressed person you got acquainted with on the subway? Who was the last depressed person you got acquainted with at Yankee Stadium? Who was the last depressed person you got acquainted with down there on 34th? New York City and depression? Who the hell acknowledges depression in New York City? How many of y'all have gone to your job? Hey, y'all gotta take it easy on me. You need to give me a raise. I'm depressed because of the wages you're paying me. My wages are too low. I need a raise because I'm depressed working for these lower wages.
We've been doing this.
Since when has that been a rationale or an explanation for any damn thing in New York City? Since when? Since when? Since when does New York City talk like this? I need a free cab ride. I'm depressed. them same immigrants gonna tell you, well, stand your depressed ass over there. Get out the way for the white woman. Come here, ma'am. She looks happier than you. Hurry up, get in. The depressed man might take your seat. Even if the immigrants are driving for Uber, he's gonna leave your depressed ass sitting there. That's what that's gonna be.
People kind of at the very bottom of their journey. They feel like there's no one that is going to want to help them anymore.
Hell no, there isn't. You're in New York City, damn it. There's no one want to help you. This is New York. New York don't help no damn body. That's its claim to fame. Go watch Ghostbusters 2. It's your God-given right as a New Yorker to be an ass.
Trapped out.
What the hell is he talking about? They don't feel like anyone cares. So all the single men in New York who don't have a female companion tonight, you feeling kind of down, old boy can't help you, but an illegal alien ain't supposed to be even standing here. He wants you to stop so you can hear their sob story about what they said. Even the Venezuelan hoes they got standing in front of the Roosevelt Hotel. She's like, hey, you better take your... If you broke, you're going to be more depressed than you were when you walked up to me. She don't give you no sympathy sex. Hey, baby, you depressed? I'm depressed. You need something? I need something. Can we work it out? She's like, okay, are you too depressed to give me $1? Yeah, my funds kind of... I'm so depressed. Funds kind of low. Well, now you low and wishing you had a woman. Get the hell away from me before I call the police.
Trying to get us so I pay.
They don't want to hear your sob story. You trying to tell one of them Haitian hookers, and I'm down, baby. I'm down on my luck because I'm depressed. The city is too damn expensive. You know what it's like, don't you? She gonna be like, look here, don't make me go to St. Louis, too upside your head out here. Did you bring some dollars? Okay, you can sit there sad, but your money better have a smiling face. Otherwise, you just gonna be a sad, lonely nigga. You got some company for a minute, but if I don't see no dollars here in just a second, you about to be alone again.
With so many choices.
I mean, do you hear this garbage? What the hell happened to New York, y'all? What the hell happened to New York?
Because the place that they thought they were going to get the help, they're not getting it.
On March 14th, New York City was allowed to apply for 100...
Whoa! Is that El Paso behind him? Man, Texas, okay, why didn't y'all arrest him when he was down there? He's the cause of the damn problem. He's promising a bunch of stuff he couldn't do. Oh, we're a sanctuary city. Yeah, you're also as far from the Mexican border as you can get without being on a rocket ship. It's easy to talk about you a sanctuary city when you're not actually having to give sanctuary to anybody. He's down there at the southern border. He's like, oh, my state is right up on top of the northern border. Oh, I didn't think y'all gonna come that far.
Money right now, bitch.
He's talking about sanctuary city, and he's as far away as you can get from Mexico without having to speak French Canadian.
I need my money now.
This is the political representation in New York City. New York, we got a problem.
Folks don't love
$6
us,
million
love
in
us.
federal reimbursement funds for housing. On March 14th, New York City was allowed to apply for $106 million in federal reimbursement funds for housing migrants. Aid money that was allocated last year, but that has been held up in Washington. The city government says that they have spent $4 in federal reimbursement funds for housing.
I don't give a fuck. Give me my money.
Are people hanging their flags or their drawers up in front of the window? Which one is it? Wait a minute. I don't think I want the answer to that question.
Migrants. Aid money that was allocated last year, but that has been held up in Washington. The city government says that they have spent $4 billion on the issue so far, and that the crisis could cost upwards of $12 billion over the next 3 years without policy changes.
Now, I want you to think about the evil thing you just heard. I want you to consider the diabolical thing that you just heard. That New York City has spent
money now.
billion
Give me my
on
money.
illegal aliens in just the last couple of years. $4 billion. Now, since 1979, they told you they didn't have no money. They didn't have the funds. They can't afford it. It's not in the budget. You can't make money out of thin air. You can't squeeze blood from a turnip. We don't have that kind of thing. No, we can't give it to you. It's not there. Stop asking us about it. There is no money. We told you, look at the fiscal budget. The number is 0. There's nothing for you. Folks, do you think that they could have cleaned up the homeless in New York City for $4 billion?
Alrighty then.
Folks, over the course of the last 5 years, do you think that New York City could have fixed the homeless problem in New York for $4 billion? If they spent $4 billion on the population that's already there, do you think that'd be enough, that would be enough funds to fix that? For the folks who've been there all these years, do you think it would really cost $4 billion for them to fix what was already there? $4 billion would have them folks' whole lives straightened out with $2 or $3 billion to spare. That is evil. That is wicked and evil. That they just showed you in the last year and a half, $4 billion, and you like, they telling you that they don't have $4 million, and yet they've got $4 billion for illegal aliens. And here's the killing part about it. Here's the kicker. Here's the real problem with New York. And they're still telling the black folk in New York that there's no money for you.
Deal with it, nigga.
That's the killing part. Even after everything I just explained, they're still telling the black folk in New York City, the folk who already live there, by the way, yeah, we got $4 billion for the illegals. We still don't have anything for you. There's nothing for you. We can't afford you. People, do you need to raise the damn tolls in New York when you got $4 billion that you can pull out your earwax? You damn right I'm yelling it because nobody else is telling it.
I hit the streets.
Do you think that you need what do the tolls in New York need to be? If you got $4 billion, what should the tolls in New York be? I want y'all to understand that. When you think about that for a few moments, oh hell, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. They want to keep raising the tolls in New York. They spent $4 billion. I just looked it up. It was $2 billion. According to throughway.newyork.gov, $2.1 billion. Wait a minute. But you raising the tolls on us. Let me tell y'all, it's Russian roulette when I go to New York. Okay, let me tell y'all about the toll system in New York. I bull jive you not. I still haven't got my toll yet. It's been like 3 months since the last time I've been to New York. I ain't got my toll yet. I have not received a toll yet. And when it does show up, I guarantee you they gonna say you got 2 weeks to pay this. And I haven't received a toll yet, and I'm a damn visitor. For those of you who live there, this is wicked. This is evil. Eric Adams can find $4 billion for illegals. The toll system makes $2 billion. Wait a minute. Y'all overcharging us? Y'all way overcharging us. New York City has a damn city income tax. Most of us are out here whining and complaining because we got to pay federal income tax. And if you don't live in about 13, 14 states, you're paying a state income tax. New York City is like, damn this. Let me give you the people's elbow. Federal income tax, state income tax, say hello to the city income tax. You're paying city income tax and ain't getting no city services. All you can do is pay. There are no city services except for the illegal aliens. Yes, for those of you who didn't know, New York City has a city income tax. Why do you think niggas keep moving around and trying to jump? Why do you think folks are willing to go to New Jersey? They got a city income tax and then telling you they ain't got no money. Oh, we got $4 billion for the illegals though. Yeah, because you've been paying the city income tax. No wonder. And then a sales tax. Everywhere you look is a tax, tax, tax. Here we go, here we go. The illegals, we ain't got no money for the regular folk, but for you illegals, come here. Now tell me what is right about a state and city government that is giving preferential treatment to non-citizens and telling the citizens, oh well, screw you. And not just a little bit. Folks, it would be different if this was Topeka, Kansas. This would be different if this was Shreveport, Louisiana. This would be different if that were the case. New York City's got the highest damn rental rate in the nation. Manhattan's, the average is over $4,000 a month to rent in Manhattan. That's not a little difference. That's cataclysmic. And there's no relief for you. There's nothing for you. And furthermore, there never has been. But the illegal 100,000 illegal aliens show up, and they're getting more immediate help and assistance than 1 million black people in New York City.
What you want from me? Welcome to my trap house.
1 million black people in New York City are not and have never gotten the same level of support that 100,000 illegal aliens are getting without one piece of legislation. Nobody said we need to have a discussion about the city budget. Nobody said that. They done bypassed the political process altogether. Altogether. They bypassed it altogether. That ain't a joke. These folks are getting protection, preferential treatment, no legislation required, no city council meeting. If the city council does meet, all they want to discuss is what they're going to do more for them. That's it. New York City, we got a problem. Because the issue is y'all are not going to be able to house all this mess. And what all New York is doing is saying, okay, we'll keep about 10-20% of them, and the rest of them we gonna ship everywhere else. Here's the problem. You got 10 million illegals who've come over here in just the last few years. They want to go to New York, but the majority of them won't make it. So New York being a draw for them, they won't make it to New York. Most of them are gonna have to stop before they ever get there. So they're gonna be stuck in Texas, stuck in Arkansas, stuck in Kansas, stuck in Missouri, stuck in Nebraska, stuck in Kentucky, stuck in Alabama, stuck in Iowa, stuck in Arizona, stuck in Colorado, and you're gonna have to deal with New York and its phony propaganda. Everybody else gonna carry the freight. New York is crying about 100,000 illegals that the government there invited, but the rest of the nation got to carry 10 million illegals, all because New York and Chicago writing checks their ass can't cash for reasons they shouldn't even be trying to do it. For reasons they shouldn't even be trying, because these are not legitimate reasons and these are not honorable reasons. What the hell ever happened to New York City, man? What happened to the city with no pity? What happened to it? What the hell's going on? New York's supposed to be better than this. New York's supposed to be harder than this. How the hell you got problems? Let me tell y'all, there's not a stressed nigga who don't live in New York. I'll be damned. You go to New York for any real length of time and go take a look at how much it costs to be there. Don't even talk about going to the DMV. That's like a trip to a concentration camp. New York City is a rough-ass place. It's expensive as hell, and it's getting more expensive every damn day. And the folk who live there can't talk about their depression and they're sad and get something to change. You got somebody sitting up here wearing the hair shirt and telling you about they sad because they left their home to come to yours. So you just got to suck it up and, okay, you be the happy New Yorker because we need you to take care of all the illegals over here. Nobody's seeing about your problems. Nobody's seeing about yours. Hell, they just trying to figure out new ways to get you. Nobody's trying to fix your issues. Nobody's trying to address that. They just ignoring you. Totally ignoring you. And as a result, New York becomes a bellwether for sick, silly policies in other cities and other states. That's the crime of this, because New York City will be sitting up here talking about they spent $4 billion to support illegal aliens to work at their hotels, and the next thing you know, these multinational corporations got you down there in Kentucky doing the same damn thing. Got you in Indiana doing the same thing. Got you in Ohio doing the same thing. Yeah, but you don't have the infrastructure that New York does, or the population support that New York does. So you just end up with a bunch of damn problems. It doesn't lead to economic prosperity for the rest of you. It just leads to cheap labor and a lot of hoes. Which is what the sexual degenerates that run New York and California dream about. That's all they want. New York is an issue because New York becomes an incubator and you're trying to put 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. And it ain't gonna fit, which means by definition, you're gonna have to vomit it out on all the rest of us. It's not gonna stay contained in New York because it isn't staying contained in New York. And no, you don't need none of our federal tax dollars. What the hell you talking about? The federal government needs to do their part. Excuse me, New York is one city. This is not a federal issue. This is New York City's sick, demented policy. How dare you try to say this is a U.S. issue? This is not a federal issue. This is a New York issue, and it shouldn't be a New York issue. I have many of you who are my brothers and my sisters up there in New York City, and y'all been catching hell forever. Y'all been catching hell forever. And I've got many of you who are of immigrant background, and damn it, you paid your fares, you waited in line, and you came over the legit right damn way.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Yeah, serve me up a green card. You came through legit, you came through the right way. Those are the ones we can work with. There's a lot of these other folks here, the illegals coming over here, that's it, straight to Kata after that. I got a bunch of you. You work at the hospitals up there. You work at the hotels up there. You work in city government up there. You work on the bridges up there. You work in the schools up there. And y'all ain't never got a fair shake. New York City is a city that will literally work your ass to death. Everybody wants to talk about Japan and its incredibly onerous work culture. New York City is a city that for you to try to have an apartment that's 300 square feet, New York City will work your ass to death. And I mean literally, I'm not being figurative or hyperbolic. I mean New York City will literally work you into a coronary. They will literally work you into fatigue death. Literally. Ain't nobody doing nothing for you. Over the last decade in New York City, I have watched as the tolls in New York City went from $10 to $13 to $15 to $18 to $20. Next stop, $25. They ain't having no mercy on you. I'm just telling you right now, next stop is $25. Believe that. They're going to get all these traffic cameras up. They're going to try to get as many tolls as they can right now. And as soon as they max it out, boom, next stop, 25. And there's no mercy on you. And I've watched as you've all dealt with this in a place that is so overcrowded that it is psychologically damaging. New York City is a damaging place to be in. The honking of the horns don't stop until damn me 10 o'clock at night. Y'all know I've been everywhere in that city, from the north side to the south side, lower east side and everything in between. The honking don't stop in that city. And because they have all these skyscrapers everywhere, it reverberates. For those of you who've never been to New York City, I don't give a damn. When I go to a hotel, I like to stay on the high floor. It don't matter. It's even worse in New York City. It doesn't matter whether you're low or high. The constant honking of the horns echoes and reverberates all the way up to the top of the skyscrapers. It's like being in a giant garbage can, literally. You can't get away from it. That's psychologically damaging. Man wasn't meant to have a constant cacophony of noise for 13, 14 hours a day. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Man wasn't meant for that. Man was not designed to be sitting in traffic for an hour a day. That's not healthy. And if they got $4 billion, they're supposed to be spending the $4 billion to make New York a place you want to actually be in, not to pile the people on top of each other like, damn me, the zombies running through World War Z. That's absurd. It's ridiculous. One damn park in the whole city of any size. It makes no sense. It don't matter where you at. It's not just a Manhattan problem. Okay, somebody game him up. The situation is no better in Brooklyn. The situation is no better in Brooklyn. It's no better in Queens. One big ass freeway going out to the airports. Somebody let him know what's really going on. Go to the Bronx if you can survive it. Go to the Bronx if you can survive it. Go to Staten Island. Shout out Eric Garner. Come on, folks, get a clue. New York City, we got a problem. I'm just the guy telling you about what it is, but we got a problem here because New York sets it off and then everybody else got to carry the weight. Some things you can understand, but some things are so absurd it defies understanding because it's not. This is crazy. This is insanity. And it spreads to and affects other places. That's the problem. We're going to go ahead and discuss that among other things. But I just want to take a moment here tonight to say, by the way, New York, we got a problem.
When you know too much and you show them you know too much, that's when they throw you away. And that's what happened to me. He was actually one of the suppliers when it comes to drugs and all of this stuff. He was one of the suppliers that will give the president of the record companies their drugs. And that's how he got in. Because back in the 80s, everyone did drugs. Meaning the record label owners.
Can you explain some of the explanations or rationales that artists are typically given for why their album didn't make any money?
They'll say, oh wow, this is a great question. I love this question. Even though I never answered it, I always wanted to answer this question.
I'm Hard to Work is coming. For those of you who did not know, the documentary 8 a.m. It is underway. Going to be releasing that later this year. Be looking for it. In the meantime, the crowdfunding is now open. The link is in the description of the video. My mods can go ahead and post that in the chat room as well. Be a part of this historic event, telling our story everywhere. I don't just cover one or two places here. I try to tell our story everywhere. And this is just another example of that. Join us and be a part of that. We're coming up on the last week for you to be a part of 8 a.m. So definitely, as you can see, we've been hard at work playing no games. And we can't be. New York is gobbling up the workers and feeding the illegals. What we doing? New York, we got a problem. We're going to go ahead and take a very brief commercial, non-commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to show you how New York infects other places. This is the Black Channel.
Hello, my name is Steve Burgess. I'm the author of this book, Guidelines for the Successful Student, a closer look at parenting your school-age child. In this book, I've explained the role of the parent and the student in addition to what accommodations, procedures, rewards and consequences and expectations that need to be in place to ensure student success from primary to high school. This book is available on Amazon.com. For more information, please visit my link tree at Easy One-on-One. And to access my latest podcast, A Teaching Moment with Mr. B. Thank you all for listening.
A white supremacist assassin seeks revenge. Corrupt FBI agents with evil intentions. Dangerous black collaborators dedicated to treason. Occam Jeffers must defeat them all and somehow survive. One misstep and he's a dead man. Join Occam Jeffers as he looks the devil in his blue eyes and tells him, Black First. A sequel to the underground hit War of the Heart, Spirit of 1811 Publishing presents God Love Us, on sale at Amazon. Pre-order and save today. Visit spiritofo1811publishing.com and show your love.
Order yours today to experience all the benefits of Ash Cake and natural body butter. With skin so smooth and soft, you'll thank us for it. Shop Ash Cake and online. That's ASHKICKIN.com.
Welcome to my motherfucking trap house. Welcome to a nigga that be down in the south. Rap.
Hi, this is Brenda Starr, creator of Poetry with a Purpose and author of the book Pressed But Not Crushed. Pressed But Not Crushed is an anthology of political poems that address current and historical issues in American descendants of slave population and African American population. The book describes slaveries and its residuals, Jim Crow segregation, social depredation, and other relevant issues to American descendants of slaves and African Americans, including the current political climate that does not address our issues.
It's the KOD testimony.
This is the Black Channel. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, the Black Authority. Very glad you all are here this evening. And let me tell you here, I want to juxtaposition what you just heard against another story out of New York. Yeah, this is the same New York City now. Now, you heard there was a shooting on the subway, I think in Brooklyn, and it was a fight. They got into a fight on the subway for some reason, whatever the case may be. The guy who had the gun, he got the gun snatched from him, and the other fella shot him dead in New York. So you see how that goes down. However, they said that the shooter is not going to face charges. Okay? The shooter is not going to face charges.
Welcome to my motherfucking rap.
All right. Well, listen to this next part now. I want you to see this from the news. Listen to this next part.
A train near the Hoyt Schermerhorn station. The cell phone video shows the 36-year-old acting aggressively, arguing and physically attacking the victim. The victim's companion tried to intervene, pulling out a knife and stabbing the attacker. But that's when you see he gets enraged and pulls out a gun from his jacket.
Okay, now, I thought that if you got a knife on the New York subways, you get arrested. Now, I'm not going to pass judgment here. What I'm saying is, okay, we need some consistency. Hey, y'all, wasn't there a black fella who got arrested because he stabbed somebody in self-defense on the New York subway? They told him, hey, you can't be using no knife to defend yourself on the New York subway? Didn't that just happen here a few months ago? Understand that. Didn't that just happen here a few months ago? They grabbed this black fella. Oh, you can't be stabbing folks. So he had a knife on the sub. You can't have no knife on the sub. It was self-defense. Hey, this dude jumped on me. You come in, tell it to the judge. Remember? Remember? Yeah, am I the only one who remembers that out of New York City? Well, and wasn't he with his girlfriend? Oh, yeah, wasn't he with his girlfriend?
Welcome to a
wasn't he?
Trap house.
Because they're sure not acting like that. Wasn't he with his girlfriend? Yeah, that's the way I remember that. It looks like the rules changed. Well, lo and be damn hold, it looks like the rules changed. Okay, well, that makes perfect sense when you think about it. Welcome to New York. So these dudes got into a fight. Okay, and the chick come and stab dude. Okay, he gets a gun. Now, both of your weapons are illegal. Both of your weapons are illegal on the subway. We arresting black men for having a knife. She gets to stab dude and listen to the reporters. They just blew right past that.
And stabbing the attacker, physically attacking the victim. The victim's companion tried to intervene, pulling out a knife and stabbing the attacker. But that's when you see he gets enraged and pulls out a gun from his jacket.
So she just said she stabbed the attacker. What? Who is this woman reporting? Is she Jonathan Major's girlfriend? So let me get this straight. He's the, quote, attacker. He's the attacker. Do you all hear what the hell they are saying here? He's the attacker. She got a knife. She stabbed him. He wasn't walking around with a gun. He had a knife. She stabbed him. he gets a gun, and, oh, but he's the attacker. All right.
A struggle ensues. Police say the 32-year-old was able to pull the gun from his attacker.
Ultimately, he's disarmed and shot with his own gun.
Shooting 4 times, striking him in the head. Once the train pulled into the station, officers flooded the train. The 32-year-old shooter seen here was taken into custody immediately after. He is not facing any charges, though. The Brooklyn DA saying Friday that evidence shows he acted in self-defense. According to the NYPD.
Wow, that moved quick in the city with no pity now, didn't it? I mean, they wrapped that up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, black folks, you got to go to court and everything else. They told our boy here, well, you know what? You can be released already. We good. We good. The
32-year-old shooter seen here was taken into custody immediately after. He is not facing any charges, though. The Brooklyn DA saying Friday that evidence shows he acted in self-defense. According to the NYPD, the 36-year-old evaded the fare, walking right through the emergency exit. They say from that moment, he was up to no good.
Small things, as walking through an exit gate or emergency gate, hopping over the turnstile, lead to big things.
Well, this sounds very familiar now, doesn't it? Look at how the media and the police got on code with this. Listen to this.
They say from that moment, he was up to no good.
So they're saying that the moment that he went through the turnstile, when he went through the emergency exit by the turnstiles, which folk do every damn minute of every damn day in New York City, by the way, the moment he did that, quote, he was up to no good. Do you hear that? Nobody is talking about his depression. What? Nobody is talking about his not feeling supported. Nobody is talking about he feels alone.
And deal with it, nigga.
Do you notice the severe change that goes on here? Do you see the drastic change in behavior and attitude that they have? Do you see that? I see a bunch of you in the chat room. You understand the point I'm getting at. So these people who illegally come across the border, committing crimes and everything else, they need to be protected. They're not up to no good. But a citizen in the city who gets himself stabbed on the subway, oh, he's up to no good because he illegally entered the subway. Wait a minute, I thought this what we doing. He's a newcomer to the subway. What? Why doesn't he get to be a newcomer? Why are we not talking about how this is economically oppressive? He's just looking for economic freedom. He doesn't get to be a newcomer. He doesn't get to be a migrant. He doesn't get to be one. And I mean, they are ruthless. They're telling you, oh, it was fair game on him from the moment he walked through that door.
6-year-old evaded the fare, walking right through the emergency exit. They say from that moment, he was up to no good.
By the way, it wasn't the police who said he was up to no good. It's you, Miss Reporter, who said he's up to no good. Meanwhile, they're over here telling you all these illegals, why, these are great Christian missionaries. But they're in the damn subway illegally. They're in the country illegally. Well, you know. And then take a look at how the New York PD is talking about him.
Small things, as walking through an exit gate or emergency gate, hopping over the turnstile, lead to big things.
Mr. Daughtry, Kaz Daughtry, look here, dude. So do small things like crossing the border illegally lead to big things, Kaz? Somebody go ask Kaz whether or not crossing the border illegally leads to big, or is a small thing that leads to big things. If walking on the subway illegally is a small thing that instead goes to big things. Y'all got these folks up there beating up the New York police and ain't saying nothing about it. The folks on the subway, however, we gotta regulate your asses. So the illegal aliens need to be free to spread their wings and travel the 5 boroughs and shoplift on demand and carjack with a passion. They're just chasing their dreams. Yes, these are the dreamers. By the way, do you see all these cell phones on your screen? Jason being mean, Jason this, that, and the other. I'll be damned. They got mercy on them cell phones galore. But for you, oh, no. Well, it's okay for them. They're dreamers. Why, they dream of jacking your car. You, on the other hand, hey, what you doing that? How you getting on that subway? How did you ask these bastards how they got to New York? We're worried about you right now. I'll be damned. Here come the police.
Moment he was up to no good.
Small things, as walking through an exit gate or emergency gate, hopping over the turnstile, lead to big things.
So the New York Police Department and Fox 5 in New York are telling you, your ass is fair game. Your ass is fair game. This is it. Now, for the illegals, we ain't really worried about that. But for you, come on now. Come on now.
Been out in this war game so long.
New York City, we got a problem. New York City, we got a problem. New York City is not the only one with a problem. That's the issue. New York is not the only one. These things are sicknesses. These things are diseases. These things are contagious. These things spread everywhere. New York City, unfortunately, is so big and invasive that it sets the tone for these other places. That's the problem. Well, another example of what New York causes, hello, over there in the Twin City. Welcome to Chicago. Chicago, we'll talk about you all another evening. The citizens over there had a chance to go talk to their mayor. I bet you he wished he'd have kept his ass home and had a V8. Brandon Johnson got an earful from the citizens, and if he ever wants to tell you that the citizens don't really, all the citizens are happy with the illegals up there, yeah, he can't really say that anymore.
Our community is running lawless, with illegal Venezuelans taking over our streets.
Oh boy, she got a thick accent. She's like, yeah, the illegals they're running over the streets. And she's like, look here. Yeah, my accent. Even the folks with accents, hey, ain't you gonna keep these other folks out?
We feel like prisoners in our own homes. As a taxpayer, we can't even enjoy our own park anymore. We are unable to talk, to take walks, or amazing programs have been removed, especially for the disabled children that live near this park. We worked hard to improve our park, our neighborhood, but because of your irresponsible move, this is not impossible. Their illegal cars are parking on the residents' permit street. They are selling food without permit, causing traffic, yet no police reinforcement to help us. Guys are standing on the side of the building, doing God knows what, riding their bicycles around the neighborhood and looking to break into our houses, garages, and cars. Smoking weed and drinking in the park in broad daylight. You guys threw us to the wolves, and now we have to deal with the trouble you brought to our neighborhood.
I mean, even the other immigrants, probably legal, but even they saying, hey, what's going on, dude? You out of line. So he can't even lie anymore and say, wow, everybody's happy for the illegals here. He can't even lie. She's just one among several. They had a whole bunch of folks sit up there getting it.
Playing a political game with my family, and I'm a straight shooter. So you just got, I can withstand the truth. So I can understand somebody say, no, we ain't giving y'all nothing. You know, I can respect that. Just tell me just like that. I ain't helping you get nothing. But y'all giving these migrants something. They keep on coming down here to people, pressing, hey, this what's going on in our neighborhood. This what's going on in our neighborhoods. And then The news don't even show what needs to be shown. That's right, fake news. That's why you got more real news right here. You see, because I've been doing investigations, because when them migrants first came to the 49th Ward, I gave them clothes. I gave them coats.
I bet you wish you could have a do-over for that, huh, brother?
You see, so I know what's going on. And I kept saying that for the longest. Well, I know you people don't know what's going on to the extent with this migrant and this immigration stuff. Because if y'all so much saying that Texas doing this and Texas doing that, why everybody college parked outside them shelters that's employees, their license plates have Texas on there? You know, give me that job, man. I do security. Why you giving this to somebody from Texas? You see, that's what's going on. Don't have me come out here. I told y'all, I had to let go last time because it's stuff involving my child. So me as a father, and I know that these places are against fathers.
So he letting you know right there, hey man, you know, I'll do the security here. Why are you giving it to illegals? Boy, not a big argument you can make against that. Now, this next sister who got up here. Oh, the next woman who got up here, she came ready. Folks are a little bit emotional, understandable, but she came ready.
What does it prosper a man or profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? We're going to start off with scripture because Mr. Johnson, you love quoting and thumping scriptures up there. And this is something I think is special for you. So I thought I would state that to you. We're going to talk about this executive order of yours that comes from 2023-16, where I'm not going to read it all because I don't have the time. But one thing I want to point out is how you made it clear that you're going to stick these people in our neighborhoods and that we have to just accept it. That's absolutely not, because we've talked about this since last year when most of you older people who did not stand up with us and reject the sanctuary city. Now I got a problem with that, and I spoke that on December 14th.
Well, she just called it straight out, so anybody who wants to have the black bootlicks be the face of, well, black folks are fine with the sanctuary city. She just blew that to hell.
It clear that you're going to stick these people in our neighborhoods and that we have to just accept it. That's absolutely not, because we've talked about this since last year when most of you older people who did not stand up with us and reject the sanctuary city. Now I got a problem with that. And I spoke that on December 14th. So I think we need to cut down the staff of the older people here. How about that?
Oh, is she talking about the old?
Because you all are not all representing us. How about those who stood up and represented us? Then you stay in your offices. But the rest of you, goodbye. Because that's how we're going to see it when it's time to vote. That's where we're going with that. Home Illinois 2021, that's when it came out, and Bring Chicago Home. Robbery. They both are for homeless causes that you all claimed they're for. You and Prisker need to sync up because both of you all are trying to pull the same number, which you claim is homeless. And I think you might recall that I said, I'm out here helping the homeless. I got a recording from a homeless that also said, y'all just don't care. You just don't care. There, hearing it straight from the homeless. Now, WOTC, Work Opportunity Tax Credit. 400 plus businesses. Hyatt, which is Prisker's company, all are hiring refugees and kicking all of y'all out. Now, how about that for news?
Well, that sounds just like another place that I've been talking about.
Where the money at?
Yeah, that sounds disturbingly just like another place that I've been talking about tonight sounds just like them.
With my trap.
I warn you that, by the way, that attitude,
with my reparations,
that cesspool culture that they ghosting around and whatnot. No, well, it doesn't matter what happens here, and the next thing you know, you're sitting in ground zero. Oh, we giving your job. I'm not talking about small employers. Tyson Foods, Hyatt, Marriott. I just finished telling you all, who's the valet you handing your keys to? Who's the valet you handing your keys to?
Where my motherfucking money at?
I mean, he's fresh out of American Me. Hey, let me go ahead and grab that right quick.
Number, which you claim is homeless. And I think you might recall that I said I'm out here helping the homeless. I got a recording from a homeless that also said, y'all just don't care. You just don't care. There, hearing it straight from the homeless. Now, WOTC, Work Opportunity Tax Credit, 400 plus businesses. Hyatt, which is Pritzker's company, all are hiring refugees and kicking all of y'all out. Now, how about that for news that's not being broadcast? See, I do my digging, I do my research, and all of you all will know.
Now, y'all see that white man back there behind her? Old boy ain't rabble-rousing, he's not clapping, he's not nothing. I don't know, because when you start talking about these white companies and how they're the ones really pushing this, corporate America is the ones pushing the illegal aliens. When you start talking about that, all right, some folks, they don't like to hear black folk talking about, hey, let's get this money out these white corporations' pockets for doing this illegal stuff. That's when they start putting the brakes on you. Wait a minute now, Leroy. Let's not get a little too uppity there. Bushika.
When I step up here to this mic, I bring the facts. I don't bring no opinions. So you all need to be careful of how you think you're treating us, because we coming for this. We bringing our city back. We removing all these illegals that's breaking our rules and laws, and we're fed up.
So yeah, I mean, she lit it up in there. She lit it up. Old Brandon can't claim that nobody knows. He can't claim anymore. Well, the black folks are okay with it because there's nothing but black folk giving him an earful. Do y'all see that? It's nothing but black folk, one after another after another. Now, they had some non-black ones there. They had the old fella there, so Grady Wilson came through, and he wanted to let you know he had something to say. So, but it was nothing but a stream of black folk out there. They had a couple of non-black folk, but this was primarily black folk who said, no, we want to come talk to the mayor about the nonsense going on. We want to go ahead and talk to you about that. So he wasn't able to get a bunch of sleep. He wasn't able to get a bunch of rest up there. Wasn't a bunch of rest for the wicked.
It's always going to be dark people with curly hair that have the issue. The only person on this council that I can recognize that helped me get to the mayor was Lamont Robinson. Now, I'm just going to say, because I saw him in the corner here, so I just want to make sure I put that out there. But I found myself...
The mayor don't stop answering that nigga's text. You shouldn't have put Lamont on Front Street. The mayor gonna say, oh, Lamont was the one brought you. Okay, let me put this nigga on block.
In Africa, asking dark people with curly hair that have the issue. The only person on this council that I can recognize that helped me get to the mayor was Lamont Robinson. Now, I'm just going to say, because I saw him in the corner here, so I just want to make sure I put that out there. But I found myself in Africa asking young people and entrepreneurs, how do you get money in America? How do you get money for your project in America without going through some grant program where somebody's stealing money or somebody's taking something from somebody else?
Uh-oh! Oh, why did he ask that, y'all? Uh-oh! Oh, man! All right, old dude came here to burn the city council down. Why did he ask that? Well, inquiring minds want to know.
In America. How do you get money for your project in America without going through some grant program where somebody's stealing money or somebody's taking something from somebody else? or somebody doesn't like somebody else, or somebody is trying to get the money for their community and their roads. So I think that the issue is that black people that we're going to keep coming here and complaining. We're going to, but now it's just about if you're going to listen. Are you really going to listen to us? Because there's a lot of young people who want money, a lot of young people who want opportunity, and they'll find it in other places. You can see them flying other places to different places. And I'm imploring all young black people here today, Africa is your friend. Don't be afraid.
Folks, if you want to know what happens, if you want to know where you get derailed, if you want to know what's going on, dude, you can't argue against it. But Africa is your friend, where your friends came to say, hello, can you spare a dime? Can you spare a dime? So just understand, he starts off good, and the next thing you know is, you stick around long enough and it happens. Somebody demonstrates to you how you got in the mess you're in. Sound like he runs a non-profit. He talks like he runs a non-profit. Sounding like he runs a non-profit there. Well, let me see if I can get that together. Y'all got to understand. I was adding him out there, get money together. Oh, you starting good. Africa's your friend. Oh, damn. Oh, hell. Just that quick, it turned into New York City. Just that quick, it turned into New York. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I can do is try to warn you all. All I can do is try to warn you, put a spotlight on it, let everybody know exactly what's going on and exactly how I see it. That's all I can really do. So, folks, New York has been a problem. The problem is spreading. I'm just trying to warn you. Against my better judgment, however, you might disagree. Therefore, bracing myself, the telephone lines are now open. And the number is 646-787-1933. That's 646-787-1933. Your personal access code to the Lakers radio program in existence. The only one of its kind on planet Earth today. As always, you are invited, implored, offered to join us. Want to send a shout out here to everyone who has contributed to support tonight's program on PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat. Shout out to Mr. Richburg. Mr. Richburg, thank you very much for your support. Mr. Pressure, thank you very much as well. We appreciate that as always. KMJ, thank you, and everyone who has contributed here tonight on Super Chat. Thank you very much as well. We got a number of new members here, so welcome to the Haven of Intelligent Black Thought. We appreciate that as well. Thank you to all of you here tonight. Your names are all listed here, so thank you all for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and throw the phone lines open because the mayor of New York won't listen, but I will. Now, I'm not going to take phone. On a program like this, the phone lines are usually blow up, so I can't be here all night because I do got work to take care of, as you all are aware of. But I do want to go ahead and take some telephone calls, give you all an opportunity to sound off on this as well. Give you all the opportunity to be heard and to sound off on this as well. So you definitely have your opportunity to do so. New York, in many ways, it's like, I'm not sure. Jason, what you gonna do about it? I'm not sure what you can do about it. I'm not sure what you can do about it at this point. It's been allowed to go on for so long. New York has been allowed to become what it is for so long, and I gotta say it just like it is. Every time you go up there, these fellas are trying to chase immigrant sex. It's like, oh, it's a whole damn fetish. And I'm not downing you for whatever it is you want. But by the way, that kind of behavior, that kind of reckless behavior where it's like, okay, I don't give a damn what banana boat she got over. Is she laying up? Okay. These American hoes stuck up. Let me see if I can find me something just came off a raft. All right, but she done brought like 12 other dudes. issues. Let's go over here and get to the telephone lines. The number is 646-787-1933. Let me get caller from area code 469. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Thomas calling from Dallas, Texas.
Thomas from Dallas, what's on your mind?
Jason, what in the country fried hell is going on in New York, man? This don't make no sense. You got this craziness going on. Okay, here's what I want to know. Where is the stop and frisk for all these immigrants and all these illegals in New York? Back when we was walking around, man, they was locking us up left and right in New York, black people.
Well, remember Eric Adams. But remember, Eric Adams was trying to bring that back, remember? Y'all remember Eric Adams was hedging about talking about bringing that back to a degree. Let's see if we can do that. Now for the illegals, oh, no stop and frisk for them. They ain't even stopping them at the damn bus station. Now, Greyhound, if you and me are on a Greyhound going to New York, they got drug dogs. They got random searches. That's what happens when you and me as citizens get on the Greyhound. But on the illegal hound, or the mule hound, whichever one is going to be, man, look here, you can bring it in by the pound. You can bring it in by the duffel bag. Nobody's checking nothing. I mean, Pablo Escobar could have had the block locked up with a racket like this.
I mean, this don't make no sense. I mean, and you got them squatting, man. This is Texas, man. I catch somebody squatting a mile. You're gonna come up out of it real fast with some buckshots in your ass. And what needs to be going on, Rikers Island needs to be full of those illegals right now. And Eric Adams is the biggest dark skinned coon I ever seen in my life, man. But he's gonna pay for it at the end, man. Like Brandon Johnson, he's gonna pay for it at the end. They need to go and buy some Vaseline because they're gonna get greased up before it's all over with, man. So be one, Jason. This don't make no sense, man.
Okay, well, they might not consider that to be much of a threat, brother, but thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Let me get caller from area code 412. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jason, my name is Robert. I'm calling from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this incident should illuminate how the media, politicians, and the police are on code to decimate FBA and B1. FBA and B1, open your eyes and see what's happening. Reckless behavior and ignorance is fueling our demise. FB1 and B1, stop deluding yourself about what's happening. We're complaining about, oh, they just made it okay for illegal immigrants to get guns. Okay, they did that, but what's stopping you? So, we have to be proactive about our protection, not only of our families, but our turf. And we can't be sitting around worrying about OPS of the society, how you look, what am I going to drink tonight, what party I'm going to go to. That's over and done with. As long as you're doing that and you're not making a plan, somebody's going to make their plan on you. So quit crying about what's happening and be proactive about what you can do to stop this.
That's the best you can do. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight, Robert. Let me get caller from area code 646. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
As long as you're doing that and you're not making a
Turn
plan,
off your speakers.
somebody's going to make their plan on you. So quit.
Hello.
Okay, wake up over there. What is your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. Good evening. Hi, Jason. Hello.
Caller from area code 760. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Marcus, calling from Victorville, California.
Okay, my callers tonight, they in between puffing on joints on the phone. What's on your mind?
We in the
nothing much.
tonight.
I just called in and I can't believe the immigrants and how they're allowing the immigrants to come over and just run amok everywhere, no matter where. In California, running amok. In Victorville, or in Chicago, running amok. In New York, running amok.
Yeah, they certainly are. Thank you very much for giving us a call here tonight. Shout out to Andrea Roberson. That's Bay. She put something on the Pepto Fund last night. So thank you very much, Andrea, for that's Bay for the Pepto Fund. Cause y'all know me. Sometimes I need it. Let me get caller from area code 303. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from? Okay, another Mars transmission. Caller from area code 303. You're on live. What is your name? Where are you calling from? All right, another one's been abducted. Caller from area code 347. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Q. Can you hear me?
Caller from area code 312. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from? Niggas is on the subway tonight. It's just pandemonium. They're calling us in between, arguing with their baby mama is what they're doing. They're calling us in between hits on the bass pipe. Is basically what's happening here tonight. That's basically what's going on. All right, folks, I'm about to wrap up the telephone lines because New York can't even answer the phone correctly. Hey, were you? Hold on, brother. What is it, man? Y'all see, people can hear me. You've had folk who heard me just fine. I don't know if I can hear it. I usually just play the... They got the drink and let me fall over. Yeah, one more thing. You messed up out here. Hold up. Don't let me spill my yak. Don't let me spill my yak. Okay. Dude.
And I want to go to the YSL case briefly because I want to play a clip. It's about 6 minutes that happened in the courtroom yesterday with the judge, with the lawyers arguing with each other, right? While that clip plays, can you text me right now the phone number to your show so I could put it in the chat and put it across the screen? Okay. So people can go support you today on your
1-929-477. I'm doing it. 1-929-477-1167.
What the hell?
One time.
When the court says independent basis, does the court mean clearly as an attorney being present is required before you consider the statement once he's invoked? The court has as clearly said, if he reinitiates, then that statement can be considered. It does not use the...
It's a bit heartbreaking because where do we start figuring the problems from? Because the truth is, the white people or other people still see us as all black. Before we start to speak, before we start to introduce ourselves, where our nationalities, where we're from, if we're American or we're European. So that is a very big problem that I'm currently facing with merging, or what I say Pan-Africanism. Where does it start from? How do we start to heal from within? Our community is falling apart. Over the couple of 2-3 days, there have been rooms that have been showing, they've been insulting each other. So Black Americans, Africans, and just a whole mix of people fighting each other. And it's heartbreaking because this whole initiative was done out of love for Black women, because I realized that Black women don't have a way to, they don't have a space to be fully centered or even cared for. And when we think, I told there's someone called Jay Blanco, and I told him, he was asking me, why did I focus on Black women? And I said, I am a Black woman, so that was where the love came from. So why wouldn't you focus on Black men, and then we can merge communities together? I have another friend, Issa Kari, he's handling Black Twitter, and even we are faced with the same problem because we are moderators, handlers of these communities, and we see the back and forth between the globe of Black people. There's no love. We're all Black. We're all going to be called niggas. And I don't know why we can't focus on the actual problem which is creating strength, economical strength in our communities, financial strength in our communities. You don't have to move back to Africa. You don't have to move back to the Caribbean. But how do we start to fix this shit? Because we're all suffering and it's really burning down. Tell me why Mark Zuckerberg is building a 10,000 foot acre in Hawaii. Another Chinese billionaire has bought about 500 acres of land, I think in Oregon or somewhere. It is just too much. Where do we start healing from? And that's something I battle with, because now I am British, but every black woman is in my community and the community I handle. But I treat all of them the same because I'm obsessed with black women. I love black women. I love the black community. But where do we fix these problems from?
Right.
Sorry, I'm gonna curse a bit. Who's this fucking weirdo called Stonos Joker? You're a loser. Let me tell you.
Now, where are you reading from? Where are you seeing these people?
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying, I don't know. I can screenshot it and put it there. It's Stoner Joker something. Some anime weirdo, honestly. Okay,
now, where are you? Are you
here? Weirdo. Where am I speaking from?
No. Where are you seeing these people? Because you're addressing some people, and I don't even know where you're seeing them
they're on the page. I don't know. I think it's a bit. It's different for you, as I'm sure it's different for everyone else. I think it's just around someone. It's close to someone called. It's actually close to a mother of mine. Adora. So Honorable Adora. So it's close. The person is close to her. I don't know where that person is. Honestly, I don't even know who they are.
Okay.
But anyway, that's the gist of it.
And
yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'll address that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get her off because she's kind of a chatty person. So you start talking and she'll just chat over you. I can tell that type. So here's the thing. This is where people talk about the healing. How come we can't heal? Here's the thing. Foundational Black Americans are reacting to people from the diaspora who come over here and show nothing but disrespect. The reality is a lot of these non-FBA groups for years have been coming over here, and there's been this underlying disrespect for foundational Black Americans. This whole thing where your parents tell you stay away from the Akata and all of that, this is real. That's been going on for years. Y'all sit here and act like it wasn't going down. It was going down. So number one, y'all weren't honest. So you've established a dishonest relationship with us. We were helping you guys get over here. Let's be very clear. Any immigrant over here, especially if you're Black, you have a foundational Black American to thank for it. The only reason you're here is because we were stomping for you to get here in large numbers. Y'all can sit there and give it up for white mommy and white daddy, but it was us pressing white mommy and white daddy. Again, we've sat here, we've propped up Africa. We've done everything we could do to try to reach out and have some kind of camaraderie. We had Pan-African movements. It's been foundational Black Americans pushing the Pan-African movement, not even the Caribbeans. Marcus Garvey failed in the Caribbean. Let's keep it a buck. I'm not going to let that go. Marcus Garvey repeatedly failed in the Caribbean to get a Pan-African movement going. The Pan-African movement was not in the Caribbean. It was here. Foundational Black Americans were trying to link up and show a camaraderie with Black folks in Africa and the Caribbean. We were the ones doing this one-sided Pan-Africanism, one-sided helping and stomping for the diaspora. It's been one-sided. South Africa, all of the independent movements that's in Africa, we were some of the ones who were the progenitors of those things, kicking it off, making noise, going over there to help set it off. You understand? So there's been a one-sided Pan-Africanism. We've been having the Azra Kwezis and the Anthony Browders and Renoko Rashidis and people going over there, bringing folks to do African tours to connect with the brothers and sisters there. It's been so one-sided. We've always tried to reach out and connect with brothers and sisters over there and get something going on. And in return, we don't get no dual citizenship anywhere unless we have $1 gazillion Nobody's stomping for us to repatriate or even get dual citizenship over there. There's no grassroots movement for that over there. And when we go over there asking, people start twiddling their thumbs. So there's been this one-sided relationship between foundational Black Americans and people in the African diaspora. And truth be told, there's been one group benefiting from this relationship. That's you guys. Foundation Black Americans. And we just realized, we came to the realization that we're not benefiting from Black folks in the diaspora at all. We came to that realization collectively. Now, I've known this for a while, but we stood up and looked around and said, wait a minute, we up here doing all of this fighting and campaigning for folks and trying to build some kumbaya Black global unity. And we're sitting here with all types of programs and our little resources are going to these people, and they're coming over here, flocking over here with lint in their pocket and eating off the tax dollars that we're helping them get. And they're going to the HBCUs and it's things that we fought for. So everybody's getting fat off of us fighting for them, and we get zero benefit, family. I want y'all to let that sink in. Honestly, we don't benefit from no immigrants. African, Caribbean, we don't benefit from them, to be honest. So we're looking at this thing now like, why are we sitting up here caping so hard? If we don't cape, what are we going to lose? So there was a shaming thing where we're going to get shamed for not caping for Black folks in the diaspora. But we're like, no, we ain't, that shame thing ain't going to work no more. We don't lose anything for being critical of your anti-FBA disposition. Because not only do we not benefit, it got to the point now where some of these non-FBA people come in and get in our mix, and they're actually undermining us. So not only do we benefit, we don't benefit. These people come around us and start sabotaging us in many cases. Not all of you. I'm not saying all of you do that. I'm not saying all of you do that at all, but way too many. You understand? And then when we see elected officials who are non-FBA that we sat here and prop up, and then they turn around and not do anything for us, and they do a bunch of stuff for other immigrant groups, that makes our antennas go up, and we're saying, hey, enough of this. Right now, it's all about foundational Black Americans and what we should get. And a lot of the tethered class, they got upset with that and start talking about xenophobic and you niggas are divisive. Shaming tactics. And those shaming tactics don't work. They're not working. And basically, a lot of these people are saying what they say privately. The cicadas are lazy and whoop-de-whoop, and then we're calling them out. See, they weren't used to us calling them out. We let a lot of people get away with disrespect for so long. So now we're stopping the disrespect. I've been on these tethers bumpers for over a decade. Now everybody else is kind of catching up. But we're not allowing any disrespect from tethers, foreigners, nobody. Nobody can come here and say one single solitary thing negative about a foundational Black American, because most of these people come from failed homelands. I'm talking about Africa, Europe, Asia, all of these people. Your homelands weren't really popping like that. That's why you came here. Nobody's at liberty to say anything about a foundational Black American. I don't want to hear about no crime, laziness or whatever, because you go to your homeland, it's a bucket of filth. Y'all not building anything over there. You're fleeing left and right. You're not at liberty to say anything to us about anything. We should have been checking these people a long time ago. And that's what we're doing. We're not allowing any disrespect. And if people are out here living in shanty towns, you can't come over here and say anything about a Black American whatsoever. That's where we are with it right now. Yeah? Ain't that right, Nathaniel? Even the Europeans, y'all can't say nothing. Like Ireland and Scotland, they're not really popping like that. Nathaniel be talking about some castles. Stop it. Yeah, you got some castles all far off in the boondocks somewhere that's abandoned, that ain't popping no more. Most of the communities ain't about, they don't have a bunch of castles and stuff. It's little musty ass cottages and villages where y'all sitting over there eating mayonnaise and fish and chips. Alright. Let's see who else we got in here, because we got a bunch of folks in here. Alright. We got a bunch of people up in here. Don't give me a thumbs down, Nathaniel. You know I'm telling the truth. Alright, let's get Hokage. South African cat. Hokage, hop in, man. Mr. Hokage. Hop on in, brother. And we are in here heavy.
Yo, I just want to know, you brought all this heat for Africans, but I want to know, as Black Americans, what have you guys built? What society have you built? What currency do you have? What language do you have to claim that you are foundational?
This is a trap.
Okay, we built this whole nation. We're the foundation of the building of this nation. So whenever you want to flee, and you probably can't afford to flee here, we built the nation from the ground up, sir. Also, currency. We have to use U.S. dollar because that's the recognized currency, just like it's recognized over there in your homeland. They use the U.S. dollar over there too, and the white man's money. You don't have a currency in South Africa. Also, we had a language called Tutnese, a language that was spoken and taught secretively, and we still keep it a secret from tethers and white supremacists. And one thing about our culture, we have a culture of not fleeing, sir. And that's the most phenomenal
But because
part
most of you don't have passports at the age of 30 and beyond, you don't have passports, so how can you flee without a passport?
I have a passport, and a lot of us do.
Most Black Americans do not.
Because we don't have a desire to flee. That's
It's not
why we
about
don't have a
fleeing,
desire.
it's about exploring the world and
It is
learning
fleeing.
about the world.
It's fleeing. No. It's fleeing. See, we don't have a desire to flee. That's why a lot of us don't have passports, because we're not running nowhere. We're going to stay where we are and build. We don't want to go over there and see your poverty.
But what have you built?
So a lot of
Tell me what you built.
So we built this whole country, sir. We built we're the foundation.
As slaves, you had no choice in the matter.
Right, and it still got built by us. So what that doesn't change that it got built by
But what
us.
have you built at your own volition? What have you built today? Say, as free men, what have you built and you can point towards and say,
We're in global white supremacy, sir. We built more than you built over there.
Well, we still built it under apartheid, under colonization. What's your point? Black people still built South Africa. What's your point?
Sir, you haven't built anything over there. Sir, you haven't built anything.
Where do you think the hands came from to build all this infrastructure you see in South Africa? Yes, it was under the rulership of the white man, but who built it? Same as you say that you built it as slaves, we built it as subject to colonization.
Sir, y'all live in shanty towns over
Y'all
there.
live
Sir.
in the
The
ghetto.
black
Y'all
people
live in the projects over there.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
And the projects are better than them shanty towns. And all of us don't live in no projects.
Not all of us live in shanty towns.
Most black people live in nice middle class homes, working class homes. Most of us don't live in the projects, sir. All of you live in the shanty towns over there, sir.
Well, see, that's where you're
Almost
wrong.
all of them.
Not all of us live in the projects. I've got a passport. I've traveled to the US. I've traveled to Canada. I've traveled to Europe. Not as a flea.
Sir,
I'm back
you're
in my
not
own
going to lie.
country.
You're not going to lie. Y'all don't have any middle class black neighborhoods over there.
That's according to you, though.
No, according to facts, you don't have. I was over there looking. You don't have middle class or well-to-do black neighborhoods over there, sir. That's the truth, and you know it's the truth. If you did, name them. Babatunde? You better laugh it off. Name the wealthy black area over there in your homeland in South Africa.
Name any wealthy, proudly black neighborhoods in America that weren't built by the white man.
Man, most of these towns, LA was founded by black people. It was black people building this town initially. A lot of the cities in the country, we were the ones who were first settling these places, sir. We're the foundation of this country, sir, literally.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, yeah.
White mommy and white daddy failed when they tried to do it on their own. So who else did it but us? We did it, sir. That's us, sir. Foundational Black Americans, and we still enjoy some of the wealth. We don't live in shanty towns, sir. We don't live in.
Tariq,
we don't live
you're
in.
lame. We just like to hear the sound of your own voice. Everything.
No. We don't live in cargo containers, sir. Y'all live in cargo containers over there, sir, while the white people are right across the street in a condo.
Y'all live in cardboard houses, though. Your houses are built out of cardboard.
No, we don't.
Yes,
No, we don't. No, we
yes,
don't,
you
sir.
do. You can hear your neighbor doing anything and everything next door. Yes, you do.
You're projecting your fantasies, sir. That's your fantasies. You're projecting your failure onto us. We don't live like that in any sense of the word.
Anyway, man, foundational Black Americans do not exist. Just deal with it.
How we invisible? We do exist, sir.
It's a figment of your own imagination. There is no such thing as a foundational Black American.
A figment of what don't exist. What don't exist is black wealth in your homeland.
You're all
that
imports.
Don't exist.
You're all shipped as cargo to the United States. You're not foundational at all.
Oh, stop it, sir. All of us weren't shipped. Some of us were already here, sir. This is our land. We are the foundation of this land, sir. This is our land.
But you cannot
your
trace
land
your
over there.
ancestors prior to 400 years. You have no existence in America prior to 400 years.
You don't know your birthday now, all right? Most of y'all don't have birthdays because you don't have birth certificates. Y'all make up a day.
All right.
Y'all don't even, don't play that game. You don't even know your birthday now.
Track your ancestry lineage prior to 400 years and tell me you're foundational.
And tell me what yours is. Tell me what yours is.
I am a proud Zulu man. My history is documented. No one can argue with it. Even the British know our history.
Stop.
You guys don't know. Nobody
Stop.
can vouch for your own history, for your history.
Y'all don't have birth certificates, sir.
Oh, man. That's according to...
So you don't know your history. You don't have birth certificates, sir.
You have no culture. You have no identity. You're wanting to be everything and anything but African.
Your culture identity, your cultural, and you're in South Africa. You speak Kiswahili.
I don't speak Swahili in South Africa. Read a book.
Yes, y'all do.
Read a book. We don't speak Swahili. Swahili is an East African.
Yes,
no, we don't.
No, but y'all do speak Swahili.
Nobody speaks Swahili in South Africa. Read a book.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. You speak English and Ebonics. That's about it. We don't speak Swahili.
You speak Swahili and clicks and pops.
Yes, we speak Xhosa. Yes, we speak Zulu, but we do not speak Swahili. Neither do we speak Ebonics.
Sir, yes, sir. Over there, you speak clicks and pops.
You speak English. That's it. You only speak.
Sir.
That's your language.
Sir, clicks and pops. That's not a flex. Okay.
It is a flex. Most South Africans are multilingual. You only speak.
And shout out to my South African brothers and sisters. I love you, but the clicks and pops is not a flex.
Nobody loves you though. Fuck off.
No, I'm not going to fuck off Baba Tunde. You fuck off with that bush meat you got to eat over there. That's what you got to fuck off.
Fuck off with your meat.
Yes, that's what you ate. Coon meat with kangaroo feet and llama ass. That's what you got to eat. You barbecuing that bush meat over there in your shipping container. Mad at foundational Black Americans. Don't be mad at us because you failed, sir. And the white people are right across the street eating filet mignon, and you're eating a barbecued meerkat.
You're still eating grits and raccoon meat. So what?
We never ate that, sir. We eat good over here. We eat good. So anyway, Baba Tunde, let me let you go sweep up your shipping container because I know you got company coming over with some fresh bush meat in the morning for breakfast.
All right, you have a good one, Tariq. In your shipping.
All right, Baba Tunde. All right. You're not going to sit up here and you're wallowing in filth and you got something to say about us. No, you don't. Like I ain't been over there hearing them clicks and pops with bush meat in your mouth. And you want to say something slick about us? No, you don't.
What's poppin'?
You're not going to say anything about what we done built. And you're over there, 90% of the population. And 8% of the people smacking you around. They're over there living in condos and mansions. And you in a damn shipping container with some tiger paws getting barbecued on a grill. Man, please. You ought to be ashamed. Stand up against them white supremacists. You mad at us. Get mad at those boyers that's out there dominating you. All right, let me get some more people in here. Let's get DT. I don't know what your name is. I can't pronounce your name. It's DT something. We got almost 800 people in the room. D something, hop on. You got a bird in your thing. I don't know what your name is. I can't pronounce these weird letters, man.
Yo, brother Tariq. It's differently abled. You. I'm from East Africa, Kenya. Greetings.
There you. What's on your mind, brother?
I just wanted to encourage the Black Americans and focus on the issues at hand. I'm probably one of the people who sympathizes a lot with the struggle, and I'm not here to be condescending or anything, just to ask guys to focus on issues, because as Black Americans, I would say growing up, I grew up with a lot of influence from hip hop, Black American music and all that, and I appreciate you guys. I would say you are a very powerful nation if you could organize yourself and focus on the issues here.
Okay, now you're getting things together over there in Kenya.
Yeah, we're trying. Everything's fucked up, but we push in spite of. I think we should have this mindset of doing what we're supposed to do in spite of, because at the end of the day, opposition and downfalls, they're all gonna be there. So yeah,
all right.
Fighting
all right. Well, thank you so much, brother. All right. Well, y'all get it together over there in Kenya. Now, who's this guy? Khalees.
Yep, that's what
Khalees, yeah, this is kind of a weird little sassy guy making little slick comments about me. What's with that little sassy stuff?
I'm sassy, but you're the one with Beijing in your hair.
Well, sir, so that's from your mama's vagina. That's from your mama's vagina.
Deceased.
It's all good.
I appreciate that.
And dead pussy is best.
I bet it is. Wow. I bet it is. I bet that's what you fuck, since your wife isn't white.
She died because she had a sassy, moist son with his pussy spread open. So that killed her. But go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it makes sense because your wife isn't even black. So, like you were saying about South Africa, 17,000 millionaires in South Africa. They're not living in huts. Like you said, you're so fucking condescending when it comes to Africans.
What's 7,000 million? Wait, hold on. How many thousand millionaires in South Africa? What you talking about? Little moist thing? What you talking about? 17,000 million? Who? What? What you talking about?
Out of all of Africa, the most millionaires are in South Africa. There are black millionaires in South Africa. They don't live in huts. They don't eat meat in the bush. I don't know why we have the internet nowadays. This is not.
No, you're not going to go here lying. Now, what family member of yours is from South Africa? Your dad, your mom? Who's from South Africa? Because you're not going to sit here and lie. Who's from South Africa in your family? Little sassy boy. Who's from South Africa in your family? You're not going to get your ass up here and lie.
I'm not lying. You can ask anybody. I was waiting for the last brother. You can Google it.
Okay. What part of South Africa?
Most millionaires out of all of Africa.
What's going on, fam?
Dude, this ain't a Lil Nas X concert. You just don't go in and just pull your pants down and just try to get some action. There's decorum here. Okay, I asked you what part of who's in South Africa, who's from South Africa in your family? You got a South African flag. So is it your mom or your dad? Because you sound like an anchor baby. So is your mom or your dad from South Africa? Because I'm going to get to your lies in a minute. I'm just trying to establish the type of person we're dealing with here. Now, you're a South African anchor baby. Somebody came over here and anchored your little moist self over here, right?
You can literally Google it. 17,300 black millionaires in South Africa. So when you say they're in a bush eating meat,
Sir, they eat bush meat over there in those townships. Most of the black people over there are.
But you're still disregarding what I said.
No, because no, because you're not gonna sit here and paint a fake picture. The majority of the people over there who are black are pushed into them townships. That's a reality. They're pushed into townships over there, and they're living in shanty towns, in shipping containers, and they're out there cooking bushmeat every day. I saw it with my own eyes. You're not gonna tell me what I did.
You can literally Google, because I know you have a phone, sir. You can literally Google this. This is statistics. This is facts. I'm not talking out my ass. Out of all of Africa, South Africa.
Okay, you didn't say that.
Yes, so okay, I'm saying when you come on here and say stuff like that.
Name the communities. Name the wealthy black communities in South Africa. Okay, you done repeated all of these thousands of millionaires. So tell me.
You keep muting me. You're not letting me answer.
Okay, because you're saying
Johannesburg. I said it when you muted me.
Okay, stop it.
You can Google it. This is not coming from me, sir.
Dude,
it's facts, and I know
Pittsburgh has a bunch of slums in them.
Yeah, so does LA. I live in LA, and it's still millionaires there just because.
Okay. Now in LA, I can tell you the area where there are black millionaires. I can tell you the black community where there are well-to-do black people. There are Baldwin Hills. You have certain pockets of the valley where you have a lot of black people where I live who are well-to-do.
Yes.
Now,
so
tell
the area
me, in South Africa, in Johannesburg, name the area of Johannesburg where you have a community of wealthy black people.
It's called Sandton, and you can Google it.
What's it called?
Sandton, Sandton. It's the richest square mile in Africa.
Hold on, we're looking that up now.
But you can look up, and I can put it in the comments. It's 17,300 black millionaires in South Africa.
You're not saying Sandton. That's a place where the white people live.
It's white and black, just like Calabasas. Right. You can say, "Oh, it's white people there." I'm not being dishonest. It's
that's a white area. That's an area where rich white people live, dude. That's an area of rich white people. See how guys try to be very disrespectful here? You dig? And it's a lot of British people. I'm looking at some of the people from there. Sir Donald Gordon is a British guy. There's Johnny Allen. These are rich white people who live over there. Sir, you tried to be deceptive. This is what I'm saying. I've been over there. I've seen what's over there. There are no well-to-do black areas over there, sir. Who you ain't talking to somebody who ain't been over there. That don't work here, sir. Sandton is a white area, sir.
I'm trying to screenshot it now. I'm going to put it in the comments for you because you can literally look for yourself.
Y'all sassy niggas be lying your asses off, boy. I swear to God.
You can call me all the names. You can talk about my dead mother. Facts is facts. In real life, I beat your fucking ass for talking.
Lying niggas and sassy lying niggas is sassy lying niggas. Don't be a statistic.
Keep muting me, you bitch ass nigga.
Okay, don't try to sound tough, nigga. Your pussy is whistling right now. Little moist thing, you're not gonna bust a grape, so don't try to get your chest up out here. Come on now, stop it. You a fuckboy. Stay in the fuckboy's place.
Nigga, suck my dick on my dead mother, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you.
Stop. Girlfriend, shut up, little sassy thing. Shut up, little sassy thing. You're sitting up there getting your toes done. All right, you're the least convincing thug ever. I'm not your moist ass. You stop trying to talk like one fuck nigga. All right, with your lying ass. You little lying anchor baby tether. All right. So don't you play that game. Don't you try to sound tough. You got caught lying. All right, which is what a lot of you tethers do. You sit around lying all the time and jealous and mad of foundational black Americans with your punk ass. Anyway, any last words? Cause I got to get some more people on here. I know you got to go ahead and lay it with Zaddy or some
I'm
shit.
Put it
what
in
else
the
you got to say?
So people can see the truth for themselves. That's it.
Okay, get your moist lying ass out of here. You gonna sit up here and name a white town over there. Ain't number white people over there. Lying ass tether. Dude, family, I done been over there. And I love my South African brothers and sisters. I love them. You got some great people over there, man. Great people. But what you're not going to do is come over here and sell us some Wakanda bullshit. There are no well-to-do black neighborhoods over there. Dude, I was all over that place looking for some well-to-do black areas. Just a middle-class black area. And the majority of the black folks over there are funneled into these little janky shanty towns and townships over there, where they're living in shacks and shipping containers. And the white people are living in mansions and condos literally right across the street. And that's the reality. That's a harsh reality. You understand? And I say that with love. Brothers and sisters over there need to fix that. That should have been rectified a long time ago. Yeah, but don't let these people sit up here and talk about all these millionaires here and millionaires there. And millionaires are white and East Indian. You know what I'm saying? And British. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of non-native millionaires over there. Yeah. But yeah, you're not going to sell that. Dude, I went over there. I couldn't even find a black-owned restaurant. We're trying to get traditional South African food from the natives. Nigga, we couldn't find a black-owned restaurant over there. We were looking all over. Just little things, dude. Come on, man. And I love my South African brothers and sisters, but man, I don't know what the deal is with y'all over there, letting all that shit go down, and you're the majority. You're like 90% of the people over there. Yeah. And then this anchor baby's gonna call up and try to sell some wolf tickets. Nah. Let's get Kamal in here. Let's get Kamal. Mr. Kamal, hop in. Mr. Kamal?
Give me a second. Can you hold on for a second? I'll be right there.
Okay, this dude, you can't fry bush meat while I'm live, man. If you're going to do that, just call me back, man. Damn. He's sitting up there frying some jackal.
Hey, I'm ready. So,
okay, brother.
Yeah, how you doing, sir? So,
I'm good. You over there, you seasoning that bush meat right now? What you doing, bro?
So I'm actually a civilized man of Ethiopian and a Somali descent. So we don't go.
So that means you eat your bush meat with some injera bread.
Bro, we Ethiopians and Somalis, we're a little more civilized than that. But unfortunately, I gotta say something about those brothers over there in South Africa. They, Ethiopia and Somali played a big role in during the times when they were under the white rule. But they have not been, now that Somali has been in a civil war for the longest, this brought a lot of Somalis, for your information, the natural traders of the Somali nation is spread from all the way from southern Somalia all the way.
Okay, brother. All right. I can't really understand what he's saying. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't understand what he's saying. Let's get in here.
It's hilarious.
What's up, Miss Love?
Hey, I just woke up and I'm in here and in the midst of you talking, I'm listening, but I'm also scrolling. And then I just saw this Ethiopian shoemaking factory for the Chinese. And I just had an epiphany that prompted me to raise my hand. These people get on my motherfucking nerves. I'm tired of looking at how weak all of this is looking. They're getting pushed around by some 5-foot-tall Asians. What is going on? You're the majority. I don't get it. It's annoying to us. That's really the issue, is that it annoys the fuck out of us, and we keep having to see it. And we're a minority. We're not the most here. And I just don't understand. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, man. A lot of this stuff ain't fathomable to us. Because we're like, man, if we were the majority, we We're the minority. We ain't living in shanty towns. And people talk about the projects. Most of us don't live in projects. And hell, the projects don't even look like none of the stuff over there. The projects don't look like that over there. And that's only a very small percentage of us who live in the damn projects. Most of us live in homes. We got family homes, especially in the South, that our family built. How many of y'all got great-grandparents or grandparents in the South, or a house that was built by your granddad or your great-granddad? If y'all got Southern roots, y'all got a house somewhere in the South that's a family home that your great-granddad or granddad built. That's still around, that the family still go to in the South. You understand? We got that. You know, we don't do the shantytown thing. We don't do that. We ain't living like that. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to the brothers and sisters. But yeah, cats ain't gonna call up here trying to wag their finger to us about what we need to do. Man, you FBA niggas have not built nothing. And you sitting up here in a shipping container, you know, boiling a damn bunny rabbit that you about to make some bunny rabbit chili dogs out of. Yeah, come on now. No. Let me get some more folks in here. We got a lot of people in here. And speaking of musty, I hope everybody got their Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. I hope y'all got that. rootworkstyle.com. And the Groper dude. Burrito Groper, you always try to get on, man. You don't really have anything to say. Burrito Groper, hop on. You always try to get on, and you never really have anything to say. Burrito Groper, hop on, man.
Hey, so check this out. Cobb. Linda Cobb, am I correct, is your mother-in-law? And
Linda? I don't know who Linda Cobb is, no.
Well, her last name is Cobb or something like that.
Here we go with this white man.
Your mother-in-law?
Okay.
So-called research.
Okay, so you don't have any material. You're just saying stuff. Groper.
So is she like Jewish?
Groper. You need to get some wheels on your trailer, okay? Stop worrying about what foundational Black Americans are doing. Get your tires rotated. Get your tires rotated on your trailer, sir. All right? Because your tires are wobbling all over the trailer park. Okay? All right, thank you, sir. Well, the white supremacists have no material. Okay. Hey, Dr. Davinsky, speaking of white supremacists, one of the OG, me and him be going back and forth. This is Dr. Davinsky. He's an Australian white supremacist. He's out there in the down under. What's up, Mr. Davinsky?
Assalamu alaikum, Tariq. White power. How we doing tonight?
Good.
Can I get a white power?
I don't know what's powerful in white. What's powerful in white?
Creating a civilized world. Get the microphone you speak into, the technology.
The modern microphone was created by a Black man, and the only thing that's powerful in
I think you created the flying machine. I saw a meme. My FBA brother Trey told me that the flying machine was patented by the blacks. Is this true?
Yeah, before the Wright brothers, we were engaging in aircraft development before the Wright brothers. But that's how we do.
I have a serious topic we need to talk about though. I've noticed a lot of Black Americans are very pro-Palestine, and I've heard that you're married to a Jewess. Is this true? Your wife is Jewish.
Because you guys don't have any material, this is why you're failing, sir. You guys don't have any material, and you have to reduce yourself to lying and trolling.
No.
That's the thing.
Are you married to a Jew? Is this misinformation?
Sir, you know good and well that I have a foundational Black American woman, sir.
But is she Jewish?
You know that. Sir, you know good and well that my wife is not Jewish, and there's nothing wrong with a Jewish person. What's wrong with that? If she was Jewish, what would be wrong with that?
Nothing. I just ordered a caramel frappuccino from Starbucks because we've got to support small business. What's happening right now is they're boycotting these small businesses like Coca-Cola and Starbucks, these pro-Palestine people.
Okay. Let me get some more people. These white supremacists, because they don't really have any material, they just start saying weird, goofy stuff that ain't even funny. He's trying to be witty.
Ozzy from Sydney.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
He's talking shit.
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking a lot of shit, and he needs take a step back because his ass is on fucking fire.
Yes, it is. All right. He's talking about booties on fire. But yeah, these white supremacists, my guy Mikhail is making a great point. They always want us to step in with their issue with Jewish people. You notice that's kind of a little cowardly thing with the Anglo-white supremacists. They're always trying to drag us into their little internal beef with Jewish people. They want us to protect them from their perceived Jewish threat. They always want us in the mix. Again, these people always trying to drag us into their little beefs because you're too cowardly to fight on your own and stand up to folks on your own. You always want to drag us into it. Calling up, talking about somebody's Jew. Is your wife Jewish? No, dude, that's your conflict. You're always projecting some Jewish fear that you guys have. The white Jewish community got y'all at white supremacists shook. They must be powerful on you, white supremacists. They be whooping your ass. They got y'all so scared and shook. Black Daddy, come save us. Black Daddy's not going to save you from nobody. Yeah, stop trying to drag us into the mix to save you. All right, let's get some more people in here. Let's get what's this guy? Khalistan, whatever his name is. Mr. Khalistan. Okay, you got any more material? All right. But that really wasn't offensive. You're just proving that you're a white supremacist. Yeah, it's not offensive to us. We don't really trip on you yelling nigga, nigga, nigga over and over. That doesn't really hit. It didn't hit like you thought it was going to hit. That did not hit like you thought it was, huh? Yeah, we're kind of used to you being white supremacists. That's nothing new. So you running around yelling the N-word, okay? You just prove what we already knew. All right? And you're making sounds like your mom is when the Negro gardener is in there doing it. That's the same thing. That's what she's yelling back and forth. When the black plumber comes in there draining them pipes. All right, let's see who else we got. All right. We got a lot of people in here. Let's see. Let's get Saed Hussein, and then we'll get who else? All right, Syed.
Wait, can you hear me, bro? I can hear you. I always wanted to talk to you, man. I finally met you.
All right, here I am. So
basically, I was going to ask, after the reparations, what next? I'm not in a bad way, in a good way.
What next is we keep living. Life doesn't stop. The world doesn't end. We keep doing what we do. We go to work every day. We take our children to school. We build the economy. We stimulate the economy. We start businesses.
So does whites...
We get on the road of real healing and a real racial reckoning, and it starts with writing that check. and then we can get on the road to a real racial reckoning. So that's going to be the first step to a glorious future.
Right. Also, why do you expect your enemies to give you money?
Because when our enemies take money, they're supposed to give it back. You understand?
Okay.
When you commit a crime, listen. When people commit crimes and they go to court and they get convicted for those crimes, they have to pay restitution. You understand?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay. Anyway, bro. Also, no, that's about it. Anyway, have a nice day, friend. Have a nice day, bro.
Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, that whole thing, why did we expect our enemies to give us money? Yeah, it's called restitution. Yeah. This is not a friendly gesture we're engaging in. This is something that's very serious, and we're taking it very seriously. And we understand the hostilities behind it. And we have hostilities because, a wrong was done to us. And it's still being done, and it hasn't been rectified. So we're like, we need the paper. We don't care if you're an open enemy. Yeah, enemy, give me my money, enemy. Yeah, that's what it is. When criminals commit crimes, they don't want to give the money back, but they have to give it back. You got to pay restitution. Same thing. All right? Man, we are in here heavy, but let me get out of here because I've been on here for a long time. Everybody, will you go to rootworkstyle.com and get the Rootwork deodorant? Phenomenal deodorant. Also, you can watch the movie Buck Breaking